What we need is not more medications, but more education, because the best prescription is knowledge. This is Exposé coming to you live from Lagos, Nigeria, every Monday on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook simultaneously. I'm your regular host, Tony Akinyemi. Don't forget, what we need is not more medication, but more education, because the best prescription is knowledge. Hello and welcome. This is another beautiful Monday evening here in Nigeria. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Exposé with Tony Akinyemi. It's my pleasure, my honor, my delight to always be your host on this program. We have been dealing with the series on your food and your health, and we've been looking at fruits in general. We have zeroed in on berries, which is a subset of fruits, all right? And so we tag that subset berry, nutritious berries. So far, we have looked at 3 different berries. We've looked at acai berries, we've looked at aronia berries, and we've looked at barberries. Today, we looked at the 4th one in the category. Hopefully, we'll be able to cover up to 16 different types of berries. Okay? Some of them very popular, some of them not so popular. So far, the 3 we have covered are not so popular. This one that we're dealing with today is one of the popular ones, and it's called bilberry. B-I-L-B-E-R-R-Y, bilberry. Now, bilberries are 3 times smaller than the blueberry, but they are similar in appearance as well as in flavor. Bilberries, many of you are aware, are the berries that are particularly good for the eyes. Don't forget that we're dealing with the nutritional value as well as the medicinal value of these berries. Now, bilberries are extremely high in antioxidants, particularly the antioxidant anthocyanidin. Again, we have mentioned that even the previous ones we have talked about are also high in antioxidants. Now, perhaps the best known health benefit of bilberries is their ability to support your vision, to support your eye health. Most natural supplements for the eyes contain either bilberries or extracts from bilberries. Now, bilberries hold components that increase the amount of blood flow to the circulatory vessels, particularly the eyes. Now, this fact allows bilberries to be useful in treating conditions that are related to circulatory problems, such as varicose veins and hemorrhoids. So if you're dealing with varicose veins, you're dealing with hemorrhoids, or you're dealing with vision issues, whether it be cataract or glaucoma or whatever, bilberries will be a very good addition to your diet in addition to whatever treatment that you are receiving. Now, bilberries are also good for diabetics, by the way. As you can see, virtually all the berries that we have discussed so far, this is the 4th in the series, all of them are very okay for diabetics to consume. Now, bilberries contain, like I said earlier, anthocyanidins, and this helps to protect the lining in our blood vessels from being degenerated through the process of toxic oxidation. Now, bilberries have also been linked to possessing components that aid in the ability to increase night vision, to protect our eyes. They also help to reduce the occurrence of, poor vision, the occurrence of cataracts, and even macular degeneration. Now, ARMD, which is age-related macular degeneration, is one of the leading causes of blindness, particularly in elderly people, and they can't see very well anymore. Because the macula is that part of the back of the eye where vision, clearest vision is formed. And once that portion begins to degenerate, it's like the screen of your television or the screen of your phone going bad. Everything just goes black. You can't see text messages. You can't read WhatsApp messages. You can't see somebody is calling you. The phone is ringing. You can't see the name of the person or the number of the person calling you appearing on the screen. That's exactly what happens when the macula of the eye degenerates. So age-related macular degeneration is one of the leading causes of blindness, particularly in the elderly. And blueberries actually help. They contain components or phytochemicals or nutrients that actually help to prevent macular degeneration. All right. Now, bilberries are best taken in an extract form or as a supplement. And that's why most eye supplements out there contain extracts from bilberries. Now, bilberries are also known by other names. Some people call them dyeberry, D-Y-E berry, dye as in dye, the colors that they use to dye clothes, D-Y-E, dye. Some people call it dyeberry. Some people call it huckleberry, H-U-C-K-L-E, huckleberry. Some people call it wineberry, different names for the same fruit, which is bilberry. Now, so we're going to move to fruit berry number 5, which is blackberries. That one is very, very popular. And of course, these days, there's a particular brand of GSM phones, cell phone, that is called BlackBerry. That almost has confused Gen Z, if you mention BlackBerry to Generation X and Generation Y, Generation Z, they are not thinking of fruits, they are thinking of a smartphone. But BlackBerries were just used to name those phone brands, but that's not necessarily, those phones are not blackberries, okay? Blackberries are fruits. Now, they also have powerful antioxidant properties, just like the other previous 4 berries we have talked about. Blackberries are also extremely high in some of the highest forms of chronic disease and cancer-fighting compounds. They are high in vitamin C, they are high in vitamin E. These are powerful antioxidants. They also contain a particular substance known as ellagic acid, E-L-L-A-G-I-C, ellagic acid. Now, blackberries also have a high amount of pectin. Now, we spoke about apple pectin, if you still recall, one of our previous episodes of Exposé with Tony Akinyemi. We spoke about citrus pectin. Now, modified citrus pectin is actually very useful in addressing many health challenges, particularly those dealing with prostate cancer. It's one of those supplements I normally recommend for prostate cancer cases. It also helps in, toxic metal detoxification, removing toxic metals from the body, lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, what have you. Now, it's a soluble fiber, pectin. So you find pectin in a number of fruits. We have apple pectin, we have citrus pectin, and today we're talking about blackberry pectin. Now, this soluble fiber also helps in lowering cholesterol. It's one of the wonderful benefits of pectin or soluble fibers in general. Okay, now blackberries are related to the rose, and lab studies on these thorny bushed berries by the Ohio State University in the USA actually shows that blackberries have the ability to also stop tumor formation. Particularly tumors in the oral cavity, in the mouth, as well as the proliferation of colon cancer cells. These tests were carried out by the Ohio State University, and they found that there are components in blackberries that can stop tumor formation, particularly in the colon, for colon cancer, colorectal cancers, as well as tumors in the mouth, in the oral cavity. Then we move on to berry number 6, which is blueberries, another very popular one. I mean, we're familiar with blackberries, we're familiar with blueberries, I believe, and we're familiar with bilberries. The 3 we've talked about so far today are in familiar terrain. Now, the blueberry is literally an antioxidant powerhouse. Let me speak like Americans. Antioxidant. In Nigeria, we say antioxidant. Now, studies have shown that blueberries can help in lowering cholesterol as well, in boosting cardiovascular health also. Blueberries aid in the ability of the body to improve the integrity of our capillaries, our blood vessels, as well as our tissues. When I say integrity, blood vessels are supposed to have certain features, and they are supposed to be able to do certain things. Blood vessels are supposed to be elastic, for example. They should be able to dilate, expand, and they should be able to constrict, shrink. That is elasticity. They are supposed to be able to dilate, constrict. Now, when those properties, those features are compromised, when the blood vessels have become narrowed and hardened, such that they can no longer easily dilate and constrict. In other words, they have lost their elasticity. That means that they have been compromised. Now, blueberries can help the body to improve the integrity of blood vessels. When the integrity of the blood vessel is restored, it regains its ability to dilate and constrict. That's what we mean by restoring the integrity of capillaries or blood vessels. Now, blueberries may also help in slowing down the aging process, again, because of its antioxidant properties. Now, over time, in human beings, there is this thing called the collagen matrix. Collagen, as I normally try my best to describe to some people, is akin to the iron rods that you have in your concrete when you want to do the decking of your house. And you first of all lay your iron rods before you now begin to pour your concrete to now concretize to become your floor, your decking. The iron rod is to improve the strength of that decking, all right? Now, your collagen is similar to that strengthening material. So the collagen matrix that are found in our tissues and in our cells that give them their strength and their tensile strength in particular, they begin to deteriorate. Collagen begins to deteriorate. It's part of the aging process. But blueberries have been found to help, to keep the rapid deterioration of the collagen matrix from happening. It kind of slows it down. In other words, it does not allow your body to degenerate rapidly. So it has anti-aging properties. That's blueberries. Now, blueberries also help to reduce our chances of developing diseases that are related to inflammation of the cells. This includes a reduced risk of heart disease, reduced risk of many types of cancers, reduced risk of cataract formation in the eyes. Now, cataract is when the lens of the eyes, which is supposed to be like a transparent glass so that light can, pass through it. When that lens begins to lose its transparency, it's no longer transparent, it begins to turn opaque, O-P-A-Q-U-E, opaque. Then that is cataract that is forming. That then blocks, the penetration of light through the lens, and that can affect a person's vision, all right? Blueberries have been found to help in reducing the development of cataracts, as well as the development of varicose veins and hemorrhoids, even glaucoma. Now, glaucoma is what I call hypertension of the eyes, when there is too much pressure building up in the eyes. That's glaucoma. Blueberries also help in the development of, to prevent the development of peptic ulcer disease, PUD. All right. Now, the American Institute of Cancer Research has stated that, this powerful blue fruit, blueberries, can actually also offer many wonderful antioxidant benefits that can stop the development of cancer. And let me quote exactly how they put it. This is by the American Institute for Cancer Research. They say, "We now know that blueberries are one of the best sources of antioxidants, substances that can slow the aging process and reduce cell damage that can lead to cancer," unquote, by the American Institute of Cancer Research. Now, blueberries may help in reducing diabetic risks. It may help in improving motor skills, your ability to coordinate your body parts very well. It can also help to support urinary health. It can help to support vision health. These are various medicinal or health properties that blueberries can confer when we consume them very regularly. Again, let me remind you that this product called Super Berries has a blend of several of these berries all together formulated into powder form. You can just add 1 or 2 tablespoonfuls into your smoothie every morning, and you'll be getting all these wonderful benefits from berries that we've been talking about. Now, we are going to move on to berry number 7. Well, in some quarters, it's popular. In some quarters, it's not popular. Maybe some of you will be hearing the name for the first time today. It's called Camu Camu berries. Camu Camu berries. C-A-M-U, C-A-M-U. Camu Camu berries. Now, the botanical name is Marciaria dubia. Marciaria dubia. It actually grows in the Amazonian rainforest of Peru, in the country of Peru. That's where you find a lot of Camu Camu berries. Now, the Camu Camu fruit is about the size of a large grape, and it has a purplish red skin with a yellow pulp that grows wild. Now, the fruit is picked at the height of its ripeness, and then they flash freeze it. It is flash frozen, and then it is taken to a processing plant where they now thaw it, they peel it, they liquefy it, and then they spray dry it into powder. Now, the resulting powder of the Camu Camu berry is a pale pink to yellow beige color. And this particular Camu Camu powder has very potent effects. Now, one of the things that Camu Camu is known for in particular is vitamin C. It's said to contain more vitamin C than any other known plant in the world. That's the claim for Camu Camu berries. It is the fruit that has the highest concentration of vitamin C than any known plant in the whole wide world. Now, the Camu Camu fruit contains another bioflavonoid flavonoid that is known as rutin, R-U-T-I. And rutin is one of those supplements that, again, I recommend routinely for those who are dealing with anything that has to do with weakened blood vessels, or things like hemorrhoid, or people that have aneurysm, or any form of internal bleeding. Okay, rutin helps to strengthen blood vessels, and Camu Camu is high in rutin and other bioflavonoids. And these bioflavonoids actually also help to increase the effect of vitamin C, and they provide prime bioavailability. Now, bioavailability has to do with how easily the body is able to absorb a nutrient. So when we say a nutrient is highly bioavailable, it means that when you eat that nutrient, when you consume it, your body can easily absorb it and utilize it. That means it is highly bioavailable. Now, the bioflavonoids that are contained in Camu Camu help, the vitamin C in Camu Camu to be highly bioavailable. Now, compared with an orange, Camu Camu Mega C, which is a supplement, actually contains 10 times more trace elements, such as iron, than many other fruits, okay? It contains 2 times more phosphorus, proteins, beta-carotene, calcium, vitamin B1, B2, vitamin B3, niacin, as well as, a comprehensive complex of minerals and amino acids. And because Camu Camu is in a food form with bioflavonoids and phytochemicals, evidence suggests that it is far more effective, that is when you take it milligram for milligram, than synthetic vitamin C, which is ascorbic acid, and even ester C, which is, people pride themselves as, they pride it as one of the best forms of vitamin C that is highly bioavailable, ester C. But it has been found that Camu Camu is far more effective than any synthetic vitamin C that you can take. All right, so it's one of those berries that everybody should consider adding to their dietary fare. Even if it's not available in your part of the world, again, like I have always said, the world is now a global village. You can always access anything from anywhere. And even if you cannot access it, again, there's good news. There are also things, fruits, vegetables in your own environment, in your own neighborhood, that will confer similar benefits as what is not available in your area. Now, we're going to go on a short break. When we come back, We will continue this discussion on camu camu berries because there's a lot more to say about camu camu berries. I like to just take, the camu camu powder, just a little bit, and add it to my smoothie to enrich its vitamin C content, its antioxidant content, its bioflavonoids, and its bioavailability. I'll be back very shortly after this break. Now, welcome back. This is still Exposé with Tony Akinyemi, and we're talking about very nutritious berries. We have been talking about different types of berries. We are on the 7th berry right now, which is camu camu berry. Okay? And we're talking about the fact that camu camu berry is said to contain the highest level of vitamin C than any plant on the planet. Now, let's look at the ascorbic acid comparison of camu camu to other fruits. How does camu camu berry compare with other fruits in terms of their vitamin C content? You'll be amazed to see the amount, the volume of vitamin C that is present in camu camu berry compared to other fruits like pineapple, like strawberry, like even acerola berry, which is another berry that is high in vitamin C. Now, if you take 100 grams of the pulp of each fruit, how many milligrams of vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid are you going to find in 100 grams of the pulp of the fruit? So if you take 100 grams of pineapple pulp, you're only going to find 20 milligrams of vitamin C in 100 grams of pineapple pulp. If you take 100 grams of passion fruit, you find 22 milligrams of vitamin C. If you take 100 grams of strawberry, you get 42 milligrams of vitamin C. If you take 100 grams of lime, one of the citrus fruits are known to be rich in vitamin C. But 100 grams of the pulp of lime will only give you 44 milligrams of vitamin C. Now, acerola berry, A-C-E-R-O-L-A, acerola berry, is another berry that is very high in vitamin C. And 100 grams of the pulp of acerola berry will give you 1,300 milligrams of vitamin C. You can see how that compares with lime. Strawberry gives you only 42 milligrams. Lime gives you only 44 milligrams. And acerola will give you 1,300 milligrams. But wait, don't go away yet. Let's go to camu camu berry. Acerola gives you 1,300 milligrams. Now, camu camu berry, 100 grams of the pulp, will give you a whopping 2,780 milligrams. That's more than double the amount of vitamin C you find even in acerola berry. That's how high camu camu can be in vitamin C, all right? Or vitamin C found in camu camu berry. Now, other components of camu camu berry include things like leucine, niacin, riboflavin, thiamine, serine, potassium, valine. These are all different nutritional components that you find also in camu camu berries. Now, an analysis was performed by an independent laboratory, okay? And the following amounts per 100 grams of chemical compounds were found in an analysis of 430 grams of spray-dried camu camu powder. They found the moisture was 2.41 grams, ash 1.01 grams, fat content was 2.62 grams, protein was 1.55 grams, fiber was 0.76 grams, the total carbohydrate was 92.71 grams, reducing sugar 70.84 grams, non-reducing sugars 18.47 grams, glucose was 18.33 grams, and so on and so forth. But then they found other things like lactose, maltose, sucrose, starch, potassium, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and vitamin C was 10.2 grams. 10.2, very high. Phosphorus was 35.14 milligrams. Niacin, vitamin B3, was 8.25 milligrams. But when it came to potassium, potassium was in grammage, not milligrams. Potassium was 9.71 grams. Maltose, 22.27 grams, but vitamin C was 10.2 grams. Don't forget that vitamins and minerals are considered as micronutrients compared to protein and fats and carbohydrates that are considered macronutrients. So in a fruit where you are finding starch of only 58 grams of starch, that's a macronutrient. And in that same fruit, you are finding 10.2 grams of vitamin C, which is supposed to be a micronutrient. You can see the ratio. That shows how high vitamin C can be found in camu camu berries. Now, there's a website that is called www.camucamu.us. You can go to that website and check. And they gave the health effectiveness rankings of camu camu against other herbs and other fruits in a comparative study of hundreds of botanicals. And this was conducted by Dr. James Duke, who is a retired chief botanist for the United States Department of Agriculture. He actually ranked camu camu among hundreds of herbs in order of their effectiveness for various health conditions. In other words, when you take camu camu berry and you compare it with other herbs and fruits and vegetables in terms of how effective they are against certain health conditions, Dr. James Duke actually found camu camu to fare very, very well. Now, he rated them from number 1 to, higher numbers. Number 1 means it's the best in ranking. Now, for anti-mutagenic effects, to protect the body from, the cells of the body from mutating into aberrant cells, he found camu camu berry to rank number 4. For preventing atherosclerosis or using camu camu for atherosclerosis, he found camu camu to be number 1. Against edema, camu camu was number 1. Against infertility, camu camu was number 1. Against Parkinson's disease, camu camu berry was number 1. For its antiviral property, camu camu was ranked number 6. Against cataract, camu camu berry was ranked number 1. Against gingivitis, which is a periodontal disease, inflammation of the gum in the mouth, camu camu was number 1. Against migraines and cluster headaches, camu camu was number 1. In its antioxidant property, camu camu was number 4. Against cold, the common cold, camu camu was number 1. Against glaucoma, camu camu was ranked number 1. Against osteoarthritis, camu camu was number 1. Against asthma, camu camu was ranked number 1. Against depression, camu camu was ranked number 2. Against hepatitis, camu camu was ranked number 1. As a painkiller, camu camu was ranked number 1. You can see the high ranking of camu camu by Dr. James Duke. Okay, now, if you're interested, you can also go online and search camu camu and see the comparison of its antioxidant property per serving of camu camu compared with, some other fruits. In other words, you take 1 cup of camu camu berry and you can compare its antioxidant property with maybe blackberry or strawberry or raspberry or sweet cherry or plum or black beans or whatever, and check. Now, camu camu berry, okay, was found to rank very high in antioxidant property. For example, 1 cup of camu camu berry was said to offer 145,000 in terms of its antioxidant property. 145,000, 1 cup. Whereas 1 cup of blackberry only offers 7,701. You can see the disparity, the wide margin, 145,000 compared to 7,000 for blackberry. Strawberry, only 5,900 and something, okay? For plum, only 4,100 and something, you know? In all the berries, the one that came closest, perhaps, to camu camu berry was a wild blueberry, which offered only 13,427. And then red kidney bean, dried red kidney bean, offered 13,259. Those are the ones that ranked the closest. Second, 13,000 plus. But camu camu ranked 145,000. And maybe that's also why camu camu berry could be very, very expensive. I mean, if you've bought it before, you know that a small pack costs a lot. Now, camu camu protects and defends the nervous system also from degenerative disease. It also helps to strengthen the immune system. It helps to maintain healthy gums in the mouth. It helps to maintain healthy skin. It helps to maintain healthy eyes. It's loaded, it's packed. Now, some extraordinary properties of camu camu have been described by Dr. Gary Null, a PhD holder. He's a nationally known nutritionist and researcher. He wrote a book that is called Clinician's Handbook of Natural Healing. Clinician's Handbook of Natural Healing, published in the year 1998. And he lists disease conditions and the herbs that have been found effective for their health-promoting properties in reference to specific organ system weaknesses and problems. Now, in discussing the holistic treatment of mood support, he actually lists 19 plants containing chemical compounds that have mood balancing properties in their order of potency. And guess what? Camu camu is number 2 on his list of 19 different plants. Number 2, when it comes to mood enhancing properties and mood balancing properties in order of potency, according to Dr. Gary Null in his book, Clinician's Handbook of Natural Healing. Camu camu came number 2. Now, camu camu appears to provide nutritional support for the brain also to optimize its own mood balancing chemistry. Now, some healthcare practitioners have reported that camu camu has, same-day mood balancing effects. In other words, the effect is so miraculous that you begin to see the difference same day. Now, camu camu also protects the eyes from macular degeneration. I've spoken about that earlier, what macular degeneration is. Now, it may also help to prevent dementia as well as Alzheimer's disease. It also has preventive effects for cancer as well as liver disease. And one can prevent depression, infertility, and migraine headaches with camu camu berries. Now, camu camu is not known to have any side effects, and it can be used safely in combination with even pharmaceutical antidepressants. Now, there have been no reports of its interference with the effectiveness of any pharmaceutical drugs. All right. Now, camu camu powder can be added to other fruits in a blender or smoothie maker to make an energizing drink or vitamin-boosting superfood smoothie. Now, the Peruvian government expects that camu camu will become a major export when its amazing properties are discovered around the world. It is preparing for the expected large increase in demand by making camu camu seedlings available free of charge to communities of native people who are rainforest dwellers, for them to plant it, to tend it, and to harvest it. Now, it takes about 4 to 5 years for the camu camu bush to begin to bear fruit, okay? Now, again, like I said, if you want to learn more about the camu camu fruit, you can go online and do your own research. Again, the powder and sometimes the capsule of camu camu are actually available as supplements, even in Nigeria, and indeed in every part of the world. Again, because of the potency and the many nutritional and medicinal properties that it confers, the price could be a little bit higher than other regular berries that you find out there. So when you are buying your Camu Camu powder, you can see a small pack costing so much, but you know precisely what you are paying for, given all the benefits that we have highlighted. Again, this is how far time will permit us to go today. I want to remind you once again that what we need is not more medication, but more education. For the best prescription is knowledge. I always say, to be informed is to be transformed. To be uninformed is to be deformed. Do have a terrific week as you begin to pay attention to berries in particular in your diet. The Lord bless your week, enrich your week, make it testimony-filled. By the end of the week, may you have beautiful stories to tell. As we progress in this new month, may God crown the year with His loving kindness, with His favor, with His mercy, with His blessings upon you. May all your dreams come true. By December 31, if Christ tarries, I pray that your cup of blessings will overflow and you will transition into the new year 2025 with great joy to the glory of God. So shall it be. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. You are blessed. I love you, and bye-bye.